sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The pass. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They'll look to throw again. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
The kicker
from 3 yards out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Graham. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Number 5, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Graham on third down. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Third down from the gun, Graham. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Try and run for this. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Inside give. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They go play action now. Graham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the shotgun, Graham. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On first down, Parson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice carry there of 15 yards. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Graham to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
8 yards to go.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Harrison left side complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And 7 yards to go.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is taken at the 23. They scored out a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Eluding the pressure right. That goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 1st down. Here's Graham. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. And it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And leads to 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Graham. Flushed out right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half #1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Graham. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Graham. That's caught. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And his guy Rams have taken the lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they will play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter.
In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
7-yard line.
He'll buy some time right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, Graham. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
The kicker on.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point splits the uprights. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied at 14.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. First tight end on the corner, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Graham. He wants it all for the end zone. The LA defense up to snuffing coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take a 17-14 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
First down and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 9. And what a big-time play there. 43 yards. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll run on first down. Carson, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Rams.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Parson, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down now, Parson, and good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Sliding out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Yeah, they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, Graham. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31. Rams 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Rams.
On first down, Carson. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.